Animal lamps have become very much a staple in raising pigs for us currently. They've checked the box on all the things that we set out for in looking for a replacement alternative to heat lamp and heat bulbs. So traditionally, ways to produce supplemental heat would be double heat lamp bulbs, incandescent light from anywhere from 125 to 175 watt bulbs, and then just providing enough coverage with those additional lights to get the temperature zones where you want it. The hard part with those is you have 120 degree hot spot and 60 degree on the periphery, so they're not a very homogeneous zone when you're using incandescent bulbs. Supplemental heat source is necessary in the way we produce pigs today. Basically, we try to set the room environments for the mama sows, and they want that as cool to be as possible around that 68, 65 degrees, while your baby pigs want around a 90 to 95 degree temperature. So providing that supplemental heat in the creep area is essential. So I first heard about Animal Lamp Company at Swine Show and kind of looked at some of their pamphlets to show some thermal heating zones. Thought it was very interesting to see on an infrared camera basis some images that show a really homogeneous heating zone in the creep area. Something, like I said before, where we had a lot of times set and have hot spots in a zone, and just really seeing the pattern of how the piglets lay. A lot of times you'll see different laying patterns when the bulb temperatures aren't correct, but in some of the images that I saw with animal lamps, the pigs look to be doing what they're supposed to do when they're in the creep area. So just kind of the initial reason to try some heaters from animal lamps is frustration with the other alternatives and the constant monitoring and replacing of incandescent bulbs and having those available. Definitely have seen a change in behavior in the laying patterns of our pigs. They're laying comfortably side by side, no more than 1.5 pigs deep, the way they like to be, snuggled next to each other. In the past, we've seen a lot of different styles of laying patterns. I mean, I would go into areas where we have heat bulbs in place and the pigs are laying on the opposite side of the product, so we know it's too hot. Prior to the last 11 months, the amount of heat bulbs that we would go through was just a constant staple of reordering on a monthly basis of supplies. So in the last 11 months, I've had zero cost in replacement light bulbs. We're using less drying powder and drying agent. That in and of itself is saving us money, and also we're not having that extra product that we felt was necessary to prevent pigs from chilling and getting them off the right start.
So we really set out to make a heater that could take a beating and keep on heating, and we've done that. We set out to engineer something that directed heat down in a zone. So it provides heat just to an area, so we have dual aluminum shrouds to reflect energy down and keep it off of the sow. So we create a rectangular heat pattern to provide that kind of optimal area, to make the laying patterns even, to make the animals appear to be the happiest, to get them the best benefits. And we created animal lamps to make the life of a farmer easier, to give them tools that they can rely on, that are dependable, and that farmers, when they walk into these rooms, they know that these tools are going to be working, that they're going to be given the heat that is needed to these animals, that when they go to work in the morning, they know they're just checking on the animals to make sure the animals are okay, and they're not checking on their equipment to make sure their equipment is working. That's our job, is to make sure that the equipment works. So we are here to support farmers, to give them the tools they need. And so far, every farm that tries our heat lamps sees a benefit on the production side, in addition to the savings from labor.